What is that from? That's one of the songs. This music. Well, I know it. I know it. Hold on. It's one of the songs in here. The fact that I can't think of it right now is probably due to the fact that it's like 4 a.m. when I'm filming this because I'm a vampire. My brain wants to say no one know. Oh, no one mourns. Maybe that's it. No one mourns the wicked. No. Yeah. That's so dark. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't want to get like pulled out of what's happening here. I'm super interested to see where this goes with the wizard because like especially I was already thinking this is too happy. It's too happy. It's about to get dark. Like all my skepticism, my cynicism, all my isms was jumping out to the front. Like hold on.
Walk with me throughout the sands of time. Love me through the dark desert night. Hold me close, be my partner in crime. Love like glue, the bound water tide.
I just need to know that you're gonna be ride or die. If kingdoms turned into dust, would you still be my ally? If life wrapped its hands around my neck, bow tie, would you still love me? Just let me know if.
What up, Pride? It's your boy Amari, back again with another reaction video. Today we are getting into whatever part we are on at this point of my Wicked reaction. We are vastly approaching the end of this musical, so I'm excited. Things are picking up. The last part was not great. Not great. I'm not talking about quality. I just mean not great as far as vibes. Like I was sad a lot. We got a bunch of prejudice and other societal things happening. I have no idea where this is going, especially after the craziness that Elphaba pulled off in the last part. So we're gonna see how this develops. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for sticking around, watching until this far in the musical. Definitely make sure to subscribe if you have not yet. I will probably be reacting to the next musical right after this, so stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button, not to miss subscribe. I can speak English sometimes. Hit the red button down below that tells you, hey, this person posted a new video. You actually have to hit the bell icon as well, because for some reason the subscribe button is not enough to tell YouTube that you want to see my videos. But definitely make sure to hit all the buttons down below so that you don't miss out on any future parts. Without further ado, let's get into this. I'll see all you guys on the other side.
Oh, stop. I just cannot.
His Royal Osness, the wonderful Wizard of Oz, summons you most ceremoniously to his personal palace in the Emerald City.
Of course, you're gonna have to prove yourself first.
Prove myself?
Prove yourself worthy. Dearie, this is the Wizard of Oz. If he's gonna grant your heart's desire.
But prove myself how? I'm not ready. It's too soon.
Don't be so pessimistical. Not when you're on the cusp of greatness.
Oh, I've heard so much about you. My Nessa Rose is very precious to me, so you see me take good care of her.
I understand.
Good.
Elfie, how will we manage without you?
You won't even notice I'm gone. You have Fiyero. Speaking of Fiyero, where is he? Not that I expected him to come and say goodbye, but I mean, we barely know each other.
Well, I barely know him anymore either. He's been different. He's distant and motified. And he's been thinking, which really worries me.
It's funny. Fair. There's a lot happening. It's weird because I still feel somber from like all of last part, but especially like the way last part ended. But at the same time, like I'm really happy for Elfie. Happy for Elfie. I'm a rapper, bro. I do this. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy for her that she's like going to like achieve her dream of meeting the wizard, but at the same time, like the actual Wizard of Oz and like the other versions of the Wizard of Oz that I've seen have painted the wizard in like such a bad con artist kind of light in my brain that like I'm also like there's a sense of anxiousness with this. That said, the graphic design, I don't know how to word it. Like the visuals on this still like amaze me. Like this train is just so unique and interesting. All of the like golden gears and like the gold and emerald of it all. Like but it's just like a very it has both futuristic and like old vibes to it with like the almost a clockwork look of it. It looks like a grand clock as far as like some of the curvatures and the gears and all of that. But at the same time, I've never seen a train that looked like that, so it just like looks kind of futuristic in that fashion. And so they're just like minor, small, they didn't have to make the train look like that. It could have just been a normal train, but they did a great job with like all of these like small, quote unquote, like background visual details that make this feel very unique and very like, I don't know, different. It feels like you're being transported into another world. The world building on this from a visual standpoint is like so good, and it continues to be great. Every new setting or set piece that we have seen throughout this movie. And so I just feel like that needs to be touched on. Anyway, Elphaba wants Fiyero there. I mean, she's not saying it, but she's saying it. She wants Fiyero there to wish her off as she's going. I don't know like what the political interworkings of Ozland is. I know that Fiero's a prince, but is he the wizard's son? Is he the wizard's nephew or younger brother? Or is he the prince of a different land? Like not, does that make sense? Like, is he, the wizard is like, I don't know. I mean, they kind of act like he's a religious figure, but he is at the very least the monarch of this area, right? So is Prince Fiyero like is the wizard an emperor, and then Prince Fiyero is like the prince of like a sub kingdom in the Empire of Oz? Is the wizard connected to Fiyero? I don't know if anyone else has thought about this, but like what is, does that make sense? What is Fiero's princedom? It's kingdom, but you know what I'm saying. And is that in relation to, and what is that relation to the wizard? And so all of that is coming up because like my brain is thinking like, say for example, he's the wizard's younger brother, and it's like, oh, everybody like looks up to your older brother. That can cause you to act out some. That could explain some of his like whole approach to life, and also why he doesn't want to be like there celebrating Elphaba going to like go off and like gawk at his older brother or dad or cousin or whatever. There's a bunch of ways that you can end up a prince in relation to like a monarch. So it's not as simple as just like son or younger brother equals prince, but you get what I'm saying. If he's from a completely different kingdom, then there could be like tension there. I don't think that would necessarily be the case, but you never know. Like, you don't have to be allied with or even like on friendly terms with another nation or empire for your monarchs, royalty, leadership, or aristocracy to like go study in that land. For example, Kim Jong-un, which is now the leader of North Korea, when he was in school, he went to school in Europe. Obviously, North Korea and Europe are not allies, but the point is that, and that happens a lot actually, like a lot of like Russian oligarch children will like go study in like the UK and Germany, France, that kind of stuff. So you don't have to be like on friendly terms with a particular nation for your elite youth to go study in that nation. So I say all of that to say that like, why is Fiyero not here? I know that's a long-winded rant of like different possibilities of why he's not here, but I am curious, not for like the romantic reasons, which is probably the answer, right?
That is correct.
It's probably just he doesn't know what to do with himself emotionally after Elphaba read him like a book, and he's supposed to be this guy, and this guy is supposed to end up with Galinda, but now he's feeling like being this other guy because someone else has finally seen that he has the potential to be this other guy, and like, what does that even mean? Like, yeah, he's probably doing the dude thing of like not knowing how to process his emotions, so he's just shutting down.
That is correct.
But like, that's not interesting, right? And that's not like a world building aspect, and world building is like kind of the point I was making when I started this. So that's where my brain went. But yeah, I don't know if any of that gets developed, but I'm sure you guys know, like, how is Fiyero a prince, and what does that mean in relation to the wizard. I don't know if that's going to get answered in this movie or the next movie, or if that's just like some lore that was in the book that never made it into the movie. Like, stuff has to get cut when you go from book to movie, right? So I missed that up to this point, and I don't know if that will be explored in the future. So just in case it's not, and it's not spoilery, I just decided to put that out there. But yes, it is noteworthy to me that Fiyero is not here. And also, I don't know why, but I just kind of figured like Galinda would go. You know, it's like, it's sounding like Galinda's not going, but I just kind of like the way all of this has been progressing, I didn't think Elphaba would be going by herself. But at the same time, is she going by herself? Is Nessa Rose going? Because like the evil dad is there, and I don't think he would come just to see Elphaba off, right? Like, everybody else at school now loves Elphaba because of Galinda, but that ain't got nothing to do with her daddy. You know, like he wasn't there for that. So why would he now care enough about her to see her off? So that makes me think Nessa is going with her. And if Nessa is going with her, then why wouldn't Galinda also go with her? Like, from a story and narrative standpoint? I don't know. Point is, we're going to see how this unfolds. But the visuals are interesting and the world building is interesting. And that's where my brain is right now. Not on all of the interpersonal, like, relationship triangle stuff, which is funny because that's entirely where my brain was last time. But it's a new day, okay? I'm a new person, okay? If you knew me before, you don't know me now because I'm different, okay? So let's continue. Let's see how this. I'm interested to see what. Oh yeah, Dilliman. I just looked down at the subtitles and saw Dilliman, and that's a whole other dynamic that I forgot was a thing. So yeah, let's see where this goes.
Elsie, the train is here, and I came with the cutest little man with a mustache. You gotta see him. It all started the day Dr. Dilliman was fired. I mean, who knew he cared so much about that old goat? Look, he did come. Dearest, hi.
Elphaba,
Fiyero.
I'm happy for you.
We are both so happy.
I've been thinking
Yeah, I heard.
about the line cabin, Dr. Dillman. I think about that day a lot.
So do I.
Oh, me too. Oh, me too, me too. I think about it constantly, since Dr. Dilliman used to have his own goat-like way of pronouncifying my name. In solidarity, and in order to express my outrage, I will henceforth be known no longer as Galinda, but simply Glinda.
You're so good. Such bravery.
Okay, so real quick. So the ASEAN words or language, whatever, back when I was ranting about it before, y'all explained it, and then I stopped talking about it because they stopped doing it, and now it's like back, and it's back like it never left. It's so heavy in this one. It's braverism and the pessimistifying. They got, you know what I'm saying? They be chewing up the words like a rapper, ironically. It's interesting. Is there like this is gonna sound weird, but like, if you've ever been a part of really passionate fandoms, which I'm assuming you guys are, I don't know. I'm not a part of the Wicked fan. I don't know what y'all like. Obviously y'all are passionate enough to be watching this video, so some of y'all got to be crazy enough to think this way. But I've been a part of enough fandoms to know that there are things like books, for example. Let me cook. There's a point. Books, for example, that will take the Avatar language and like the Na'vi, the people, their language, and like you can learn their language. Or like in Star Trek, you can learn Klingon. Like there are books that will teach you. Is there a book of these ASEAN where I would like to read it? Is my point. I would like to know what all of has someone sat and cataloged. I don't think it would take that long, considering it's just like 2 movies worth of dialogue that you could like read the script of, and then just probably program something to find all of the words that aren't words. And then like, the point is there a list? I would like a list. I would like to see the list. I would like to learn the list. I've decided I'm going to make a stand. I'm going to, in solidarity with Glinda, I am going to start using these words, these ASEAN words. I am mystified by, wait, no. Mr. I don't know how to ASEAN up the word mystified, but I'm sure there's a version of it. I am spectacularized by by the words, the braverism that it took to create these words, and I would like to learn them. So just that's a quick aside. Is there a list? If not, how do I find somebody who's interested enough in this to make a list for me that I could then start using these words in my speech? Because you know what? I've decided I like them. I like them. I do.
Good luck.
See? There. What is that?
It doesn't even matter what your name is. Everyone loves you.
I don't care. I want him. I don't think he's perfect anymore, and I still want him. This must be what other people feel like. How do they bear it?
What is that from? That's one of the songs. This music. Well, I know it. Hold on. It's one of the songs in here. The fact that I can't think of it right now is probably due to the fact that it's like 4 a.m. when I'm filming this because I'm a vampire. My brain wants to say no one mourns. Maybe that's it. No one mourns the wicked. No. Yeah. That's so dark. Wow, that's crazy. Hold on. I don't want to get like pulled out of what's happening here. I'm super interested to see where this goes with the wizard, because like, especially, I was already thinking this is too happy. It's too happy. It's about to get dark. Like all my skepticism, my cynicism, all my isms was jumping out to the front. Like hold on, okay. And then I heard that in the background, and that's like super dark foreshadowing. Because like the last time we heard that melodic progression, visage, English. Do you speak it?
English, mother. Do you speak it?
Anyway, the point is her tall statue was getting burnt. It's not a statue. It's like a scarecrow thing. But you get what I'm saying. Her image, her likeness was being burnt. It's literally telling you like, hey, by the way, don't forget about all this is cute, right? But like, don't forget about the fact that this started off with old girl being dead and everybody celebrating, all these same folks celebrating her being dead. And that's making me think this trip is how she ends up the Wicked Witch, right? Which is crazy. Like what kind of shenanigans could she get into? Like what shenan could she again and again that would lead to that? I don't know. We're going to see if I shut up ever, but maybe not. I don't know, but I'm scared now is the point. And that also caught me for a loop. So I was like, I know that. This is a motif. They're referencing this from somewhere, but I don't know where. Then it clicked for my brain, and then I got sad, and now I'm stalling again. At least I'm honest, okay? At least I'll be telling y'all, because I don't. It's good. Look, everybody happy. So many. Actually, this is a bunch of happy Black women on screen. That's actually really dope. I didn't notice that. Shouts out to Black Girl Magic happening right here. But yeah, that's dark. So. Now my skepticism, I feel like has now been rewarded. I mean, not yet, but like it's now being foreshadowed that it's going to be rewarded, because why else would they reference that motif if this is not about to get like dark, right? Let's see. Maybe it gets dark in movie 2, and I'm jumping the gun. It's probably, but whatever.
The mustache man. Come on, let's ready.
Also, the part of the motif, yes, I'm still on this, bro. This is important. The part of that song that they reference is "Goodness knows the wicked die alone." She is going alone to die. Y'all don't see the connections that I'm making right now, bro. This is crazy. It could be nothing. It literally could be nothing. But like, if it wasn't, they paid somebody a lot of money to do this job of putting the music in certain places, putting certain types of music in they put this music right here for a reason, okay? And no, this is not Hamilton with like 1,500 motifs every 15 seconds, but like at the same time, this very intentional. You feel what I'm saying? They wasn't just like shortcutting on the composition and the soundtrack in this moment. You see what I'm saying? That's like, they could have chosen any part of any song There are multiple songs about, there's literally an entire song where she is talking about how she's excited to go see the wizard. They ain't referencing that song. They ain't referencing her dreams and hopes and degreenifying herself. Degreenifying, see, look, I'm already starting with the Ozian language. Degreenifying herself. No, they're referencing her dying and everybody being happy about it and her dying alone. When, like, literally, this is the least alone she's ever been in her entire life. I'm not like going to see the wizard, but I mean, just like this moment, everybody cheering for her having a friend, a dude who is very clearly interested in her, which is a whole thing that I haven't gotten into right now. Maybe I'll save that for the outro because I'm ranting too much about the song. But like, you see what I'm saying? This is not a very alone moment in Elphaba's life. In fact, if you polled the versions of Elphaba throughout her life, I don't know how you could do that, but just stick with me here. If you talk to all of the versions of Elphaba and gave her that little sign that you get at the doctor, where it's like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy or sad are you feeling right now? This is probably like towards the top of happiness that she's ever felt in her whole life. This is probably towards the top of least aloneness, togetherness, kinship, companionship, whatever, a word that means not alone, that she's ever felt her whole life. And they're like, hey, by the way, we're going to pull the rug out from under you if you are, I guess, savvy enough or like musically inclined enough to catch the fact that this music right here is actually from the time where like everybody was celebrating her being alone and dead. Like, being lonely is bad. Being dead, worse. Doesn't get much more alone than a coffin. I'm just saying. Unless you're also a vampire, in which case, hit me up because that's hot. Anyway, let's continue. Okay. Anyway, let's continue.
Oh, wait. Oh, excuse me. Elsie, here. I forgot to give you this. Oh. Bye.
Come with me.
What?
To meet the wizard.
What are you saying?
Get on the train. You're gonna miss it.
I wouldn't want to impose.
It doesn't matter. Just come with me.
Why couldn't possibly? This is your moment. I'm coming.
Okay, OZ. Yeah, I did. I thought I saw that, but I was like, maybe I'm tripping. For the record, I was right. Just to be clear, like a lot of the stuff, I wasn't right at all so far. Maybe not yet. Maybe it comes up later. But I wasn't right at all about like the Prince Fiero like political stuff that I was saying. But like, yeah, it was like mental emotional stuff with him. But like the part about how it makes narrative sense for Glinda to go with Elf, like I totally nailed that. And also Nessa is apparently not going. Why is the dad there? That actually narratively doesn't make sense because like literally nothing for him has changed. So why would he now be seeing his daughter? Maybe he heard his daughter was going to go see the wizard and that was enough for him to come because it was like, okay, this is going to be like a biblical reference time. But it's kind of like how Jesse was like, oh, one of my sons is going to be anointed to be the next king. And then he showed like all of his sons and he didn't show David because it's like, it's obviously not David, but like David was out in the field. He's like, it's not David. I'm not even going to call him here. You don't have to see him. I know it's not him. It's one of these others. No, turns out it was actually David. That's a weird connection, but like, just stick with me here. Maybe he thought when he was told, hey, one of your daughters is about to go off to go see the wizard. He's like, oh, my sweet Nessa. It's definitely her. It could never be Elphaba. And so he came and it turns out it wasn't Nessa. Does that connection make sense? I don't know. Go read your Bible. Anyway, the point is, maybe he came because he thought it was Nessa who was going to go see the wizard, or maybe just Elphaba like being recognized by the wizard was enough for him to like change his perception on Elphaba. Then again, he didn't actually see her off. Like he was hanging out with Nessa the whole time. He didn't actually like say anything to Elphaba. Elphaba didn't care because she was focused on a boy, a different boy, but you know what I'm talking about, a boy. So like she was more like, hey, why isn't this boy I have a crush on saying goodbye to me? Instead of like, hey, why isn't my father saying goodbye to me in this moment? But the point is, narratively, it doesn't make sense for the dad to be there outside of like maybe his view of Elphaba has changed with the wizard now taking some interest in her. But if that was the case, then why wasn't he over there with her to like cement that in the narrative of the movie? Does that make, I don't know. The point is, I was right. Galinda's going. Okay, we're off on a tangent. Galinda is going. That does in fact say Oz. Let's see.
One short day in the Emerald City.
The little like back and forth rocking, the little, I've never taken a train in my life, so I don't know. That's not true. I took a train in Tokyo, but like it's a different kind of. I've never taken a train in the Western world in my life. I don't know what those people are called. The person who's not like the train conductor or whatever, but like the dudes who took their bags, whatever those people are called. The way that they were rocking back and forth had like a very old timey, I forgot what they're called, but like the big clocks that like hang on the wall. They have like the bird come out or like little like figurines come out at like certain times. There's a lot of like clock references in this, like even like a lot of the architecture and stuff. And I've pointed it out in like the university as well as the train itself, the people in relation to the train, the message that she got, like with the little like, it wasn't a monkey, but you know, like the little monkey with the symbols thing. There's like a bunch of like random old timey, like 1920s, 1940. I don't know when these clocks were around. I wasn't alive. Okay. I was a sparkle in my dad's eye. Just kidding. My dad's not that old, but there's like a lot of like old timey clock references. And I don't know why that is. Like it could just be an artistic choice, but like, I feel like it has narrative importance and I've been trying to figure it out for like multiple parts, but I can't, but I just want to put it out there that I am seeing it, whatever it means something. Like even back to like the first scene in the movie when like the flying monkeys like exploded out of the glass thing. Didn't they like go past the clock? Like, wasn't that a thing? I can't rewind right now to go see, but like, wasn't that a thing? Like even from like the first scene, I feel like there's been a lot of clock imagery in this movie. And I just feel like that's important, but I don't know why, but I need to put it out there that I do feel like it's important. I just don't have a theory on what it means yet. Like maybe Elphaba's time is running out. I don't know. That's like really low hanging fruit, but you get what I'm saying? Like something clock related is going on here.
In the Emerald City. Every place that you look in the city, there's something exquisite. You'll want to visit.
There are buildings tall as quaxwood trees, dress salons and libraries, houses, museums, 100 strong. There are wonders like I've never seen. It's all grand and it's all green. I think we found a place where we belong. I wanna be in this hoi polloi.
My brain's not gonna let go. Is hoi polloi? Is that a word I've never heard before, or is that like Aussian something? While I look this up, I'm going to comment on the fact that I still am amazed at how well these two very different songstresses, hoi polloi. Hoi polloi is a Greek phrase meaning the many or the common people, used in English to describe the masses of or ordinary citizens, often with a slight snobbish undertone. It originated in ancient Greece and was brought into English primarily for use in high society context around the 19th century. Nice. Anyway, I am still amazed by how well these two are able to harmonize and like pair together in their duet moments. Because when they sing, again, when they sing separate, they don't sound anything alike at all. But when they sing together, they sound so seamlessly blended that I'm just like, how? How did y'all do that? I also think that the brightness of Ariana's tone, especially in this, like this is not Seven Rings or something. The brightness of her tone in her Galinda singing moments pairs really well with like the natural warmth of Cynthia's singing. Both of them are singing like high, bright, not because in Ariana's case, like her falsetto gets like very close to like whistle tone stuff. And then she literally flips into whistle tone stuff. Not like their own personal falsettos, but like for like most traditional songstresses, most traditional sopranos or whatever, higher head voice falsetto-y kind of singing just in general in this part. But it's in Cynthia's case, there's a natural warmth to her singing tone that is not there for Ariana's singing tone, which has like a brighter, like almost shimmer to it. But the two together sound like really, because you get both the warmth and the shimmer. Does that make sense? It's a gold glittery kind of beautiful harmony is the point. That makes no sense at all, but hopefully you get the imagery I'm trying to portray. They just have a very interesting harmony. And like, so every time they sing together, I just really, really love it. And it's so unexpected how well they fit together. because in my brain, they don't sound anything alike. But when they sing together, I'm like, y'all could be vocal sisters, which is weird, you know? I also really like talking about like things that aren't alike fitting together very seamlessly. I love the fact that they both really love the Emerald City, but like for like very different reasons. The things that they are enjoying about the Emerald City, one is enjoying shops, one is enjoying libraries, one is enjoying the fact that everything is green because she is green, all of her everything is green, and the other is enjoying that everything is like gaudy and luxurious because everything about her is gaudy and luxurious. You know, like it's as a place, it is the perfect combination of them as people, and that's something that I never would have thought of if they hadn't said it in the song, you know? And so that's like just a very interesting like sub point here that like, hey, they both really love this place, but like for like very opposite reasons. It's like if you and your spouse went on a trip to Rome and you guys loved it for very different reasons. Like, oh, one of you really loves Italian food and the other of you really loves history and architecture. And Rome has both in spades, but like, does that make you guys both love it for very different reasons, but they're both like seamlessly combined in this one place? The point is, this city is very green. Like everybody's like clothes and suits and hats and everything is green. Like it's very green. It's more green than a forest. It's very, very, very green. Different shades of green, not all emerald, but very much all green crayons. Okay. And it's also very luxurious. As I've said, the architecture is incredible. It's very, very, very opulent. That makes sense when you think about like, oh, the Emerald City, it's the capital of Ozland, whatever, where the wizard lives, etc. It's a palace. It would be opulent. It also would be, it's the Emerald City. But like having that be two differing points that two very different people both cling to, it's a throwaway line in the song, right? But it also is like so interesting to me. So it's not like deep, but it's also like impactful, I guess.
So I'll be back for good someday. To make my life and make my way before today will wander and enjoy.
Presenting the absolute factual story of our wonderful Wizard of Oz.
There lived here in Oz the magical wise one.
Will not live forever, that I can foresee. So let her set down all our magic in a strange and secret language.
But time ticked ever onward day by day, and all those who could read it passed away.
In Oz's darkest hour, though we cannot say when, there will come one with all power to make the forever again.
A man in a balloon arriving from the sky. Maybe he is here to fulfill the prophecy.
Interesting. So similar to, but not the exact same as like the background that I know of the wizard. Again, I haven't seen like the actual Wizard of Oz, the one from like, what is it, the 20s, whatever, the original one. I haven't seen that in at least a decade, more, 15 years, 20 years. It's been a minute. I'm getting old. The point is that I'm going based off like what I remember from that, and also like from the other versions of the Wizard of Oz that I've seen more recently. That is somewhat similar to, but also different from the history of the wizard in the Wizard of Oz. The old ancient magical people. I wonder if that's like a real, if that's a real thing, like, or if that's like something that was like made up, like a made up backstory by the wizard. Because again, I'm now skeptical. Everything about this is beautiful. This is interesting. It's a lot of like, it's a lot of green. It's a lot of stuff going on. That is cool. But also my motif picking up skills have already told me it's going to get dark real soon. So like, and also again, the other versions of the Wizard of Oz, in almost none of them is the wizard a good person. I was hoping this was going to be different because like in almost none of them, I think literally none of them is Elphaba a good person, but like she is here. So like I thought like things were gonna be changed around, but like maybe not with the motif. I'm skeptical. Okay, so if he is in fact a fraud, like he is in all of the other versions that I have seen, then I'm wondering like if he created this backstory. Also, like the really like on the nose thing of like, this is the completely, totally factual, absolutely not fake and made up to manipulate all of you guys backstory of the Wiz. Okay, it's fake. I got it. Like you don't have to beat me over the head with the grimoire. I think they called it grimoire, but I don't think I've heard that like a book of magic spells ever called a grimoire before. So maybe that's an Aussian word, or maybe it's not. I don't know. You can tell me. But that's like really cool though. It's kind of like where this is going, I'm assuming, is that like the wizard, he showed up and he could read it because it was in English or whatever language he spoke, wherever he comes from. And so that's why they were like, oh, he's the wizard. And like, you know, right. And so, but then again, he might actually be magical because there are actually magical beings in this. I mean, like we just saw Miss Morrible be like the weather machine that like all the conspiracy theorists think that the government controls the weather. Well, that's her. That's what she does. That's literally her magic. She just said she's Storm, but white, Asian. She's Asian. Why did you say she was? She's clearly Asian. That was dumb. Anyway, yeah, Storm from X-Men, to be clear, if you didn't catch the connection. Okay. So he might actually be magical, but let's just say he's not, because like I think in all of the other versions I've seen, he wasn't actually magical. He was a fraud. And so it might be a like almost like King Arthur kind of situation. Like we anointed you because like you were the only person who could do this thing that for however long nobody else could do, which makes it, that does make you special in a way. But like also, if you aren't actually magical in the wizard, my ear's itchy, shut up. If you aren't actually magical in the wizard, then like being able to read it isn't magical. You know, I don't know. I'm skeptical, but this backstory is very interesting. I don't know if any of it is real, except like maybe the balloon thing, because like, you know, that's like it's a staple from like the other versions. Also, the blonde chick who like, first off, the two leads who are like the previous witches from like the previous versions, them like competing for like the spotlight or whatever, is super interesting. Is the blonde one, is she related to Glinda? I feel like they could be, not this looks wise, but like just their vibes, their mannerisms. I could see them being related. And everybody thinks Glinda is like so special. Also, she's magical. And I know that woman is just an actress, but like, I don't know. I could just see them being related. That could be like a little like trivia of lore that was like put somewhere, that she's her distant cousin or something. Anyway, we're about to see this like Oompa Loompa / Duck Dynasty. What's up with these beards? Like what's going on? This is a weird situation here. We're about to see where this is going to get the rest of the lore, the backstory, the official, unofficial, probably fake, probably entirely fake, but maybe with like a little bit of sprinkles of like real stuff in it, backstory that's happening here. I just realized at one point in the last part, I said that Elphaba might end up dating the wizard. That's crazy. That's weird. Now that I think like I've gone back to thinking he's evil. I'm so sorry I said that, unless he's not evil, in which case then maybe I'll go back to that. But right now I'm thinking he's evil. Yes, this is all entirely based off the motif that they used. And also the other versions of the Wizard of Oz. And so if that is the case, I'm sorry I said that. I know I probably triggered you guys, but like also I didn't know any better. Okay, I'm just going based off what I'm seeing. Also, what if he's her dad? Like her actual dad? Because, you know, like the dude who she calls dad is not her dad. And like, maybe, what if that's why what if the wizard is green and that's why that's crazy. No, because we saw who her mom was like, unfortunately, we had to see who her mom was creeping with. And so like, it had to do something with like the spell bottle or something, right? Like, why is she green? What? I feel like I know why she's green. I feel like I saw earlier why she's green, and my brain is now just retconning that for some reason. But I definitely saw her mom, because it was a whole thing. I saw her mom in a red dress, black lady, get her frisk on with the dad. It was a whole rant in part 1. I should probably go watch that again. But anyway, I feel like Elphaba has some connections to the wizard, is my point. She's green and everything related to the wizard is green. And I feel like that's not a coincidence. Like she could have been any color. All of this could have been any color, but it's green. It's too much of a coincidence. There's some connection there. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm planting my flag on that moon that there is some connection between Elphaba and the wizard. I've completely abandoned the Fiyero and the wizard connection. Actually, there could be a connection there, and then they turn out to be related, and that would be like super weird and awkward, but totally something that movies have done before. So let's see. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, because I still got more to say. These guys back here, the ones that are like built like a vanilla swirl, I don't know what their little costumes are. It's like a masquerade meets like the McDonald's ice cream machine when it actually works, that 1 out of 15 times you go there. Like, are they creepy to anybody? They're super creepy to me. And I don't know if they're supposed to be creepy, but they just are. Like, no one else so far has creeped me out. Not even like the Duck Dynasty beard, super tall green dudes. Not the like weird clock train station guys. None of the people just like in their suits dancing around and being happy or whatever. Like, nobody else has creeped me out. These guys, for sure, creep me out so bad.
Stars which had been sad and blonde, once more will sing or joyous. Look! This man comes out of the blue. Is he the prophecy?
Oh my.
He can read it. He must be a wizard.
Who's the mage? Who's major? Itinerary is making all us merrier. Who's the sage? Who's sagely sailed in to save our posteriors?
Isn't he wonderful? A wonderful wizard. Who's major? Itinerary is making all us merrier. One short thing.
There's so many rooms we'll call it home to. We're just two friends, two good friends, two best friends.
The wizard will see you now.
Okay. I really enjoyed this part. I thought it was going to get dark. There was no darkness in this part. It was all just cuteness and lore and world building, which was great. I came in too skeptical. Sorry. Not sorry. I feel like it's going to get dark in the next part. Whatever part I think we're on part 9. Whatever. Part 10 going to be dark. I just have a feeling. The motif I caught it. Okay, you saw me catch it. This was cute though. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing them happy to be there and experiencing all of the just like really weird. The clothing is weird. Architecture is weird. Everything is weird. There's like walking vanilla swirl people. There's like super tall. Actually, part of my brain feels like that comes from like the original Wizard of Oz, like the super tall with a beard dudes with like the super long like poles. I don't know bows that I don't know what those things were, but that and like also like the little like Oompa Loompa no arm, like, you know, so fat they can't see their toes. Like what I don't know what those people are, but they also kind of look familiar to my brain. They were like rolling around in fountain and like one of them was like upside down. It was interesting. It was very interesting visually to see. Whoever like thought of this, it's like very creative, but also like probably smoking something strong. I don't know. It was crazy, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, the song was hit or miss for me. I'm not gonna lie. Like certain parts I was just not feeling at all. But like I also enjoyed like the Elphaba and Galinda, aka Ariana and Cynthia harmony moments. Those were nice. I also really like towards the end there's like a da 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 da. I enjoyed that part, like where it like switched, like after they were telling the lore, like Galinda went to go sing and like old girl like shut her up, which is funny because like another connection between those two is, and I think that's probably where my brain went, was like blonde hair and like singing super high, like them notes that be driving me crazy. They were both doing that, and then like Galinda was like, I can do that, and let me go, and she was like, no, sis, stop. Anyway, yeah, so like right after that, it got like real. It got kind of, I don't know, like it had a little swing to it that I liked. I enjoyed that part. All of the musical aspects of the song prior to that, minus the parts where Galinda and Elphaba were singing, Like everything else, I wasn't really feeling that. But like that part right there, that was hitting, and the Galinda and Elphaba parts, that was hitting. So I enjoyed that, and just like seeing all of the different, the fountains were interesting, the train was interesting, the clothing was interesting, the compositions of the people was interesting. There was like a bird walking through at one point, so like that was the only animal that I saw. I was actually looking for animals to see like, hey, is what's going on at Shiz also happening in the Emerald City where the animals are being like, there's like prejudice against them. I didn't see a ton of animals, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see as many as I was hoping to see, but I did see like a bird walk through at one point. And it had clothes on. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like a bird at the zoo where it's just like the birds be free, they just be doing their thing, but like the birds don't have human level agency, you know. But that bird was dressed in clothes, so like that bird is like, you know, kind of like Dilliman, but like pre-cage Dilliman. Does that make sense? Or like the other bird, there's the murder bird that teaches at school. We ain't seen him since the introduction, but that bird, kind of like that. So point is, this was interesting. I enjoyed this part. Lots of like food for thought. I had so many theories. I feel like 99.9% of them were wrong, but the 0.1 that were right, I'm so gonna be beating on my chest, because like I really do be pulling stuff out of the ether, and like sometimes I be nailing it and it's awesome, and then the times where I don't, I just act like that didn't happen. And a lot of you guys act like that didn't happen either, because like you guys act like I nail everything. I really don't. I really be getting stuff wrong, but like it's okay. We just move past that collectively because y'all are nice people. So yeah, what am I saying? I enjoyed this part. It wasn't nearly as dark as I expected it to be. It was actually happier overall, tone-wise and vibe-wise, and like actual things that happened in the part-wise than the last part was. We had like the weird like moment with like the longing moment for Elphaba that like Fiyero was having. He's like, I've been thinking and I've thought a lot about the day with the cub and Dilliman. And then Elphaba was like, I thought about it too. And then like he like gave her a flower, and then he just like walked off like Galinda wasn't there. Like, bruh, you got a whole girlfriend. She right there. What are you doing? Yeah, that was a whole moment that happened. I was like more caught up in like everything else that was happening, but that's a thing. That's what is going on with Fiyero. That's what will the world know? What is happening? What's Fiyero? What you got going on with you, bruh? Let's talk about it. Come sit on my chair and we'll talk about it. So yeah, very interesting. Also, all those people who were there at the Emerald City, how did y'all get there? Did y'all get invited like Elphaba? Did y'all come on that little train as well? Because the train has one stop. Like it just comes right into the middle of the city, boom, and it says Wizard on the little stop. So like this. You get what I'm saying? The whole city got one train coming right to it that I guess runs all through Ozland, picks people up, stops, and then goes back the other direction. I don't know. But how did y'all get there? Like I get that there are people working like in all those shops and salons, and like there was like, oh, more birds. There was the hummingbirds that were like when they got their nails done at the little, you know, the little nail tech hummingbirds. That was happening. That was the thing that happened. Though I don't know that the hummingbirds were like humanoid in any way. Like I didn't see any like anthropomorphic traits or anything with the they were just like hummingbirds that did nails. So I guess that inherently is an anthropomorphic trait, but like you get what I'm saying. Other than that, there's like a bunch of people in the city. How did those people get there? Are they aristocrats? Are they just people who just work for the wizard? Like is the whole Emerald City the palace, or is, because like earlier they said the palace in the Emerald City, which makes me think the Emerald City is just the capital and there is like a specific wizard palace in the Emerald City. That's not really the point of what I'm saying, but yeah, how did all y'all get there? Because I don't feel like you could just roll up to the Emerald City on your own, just on vacation day, you know, just on some like tourist business. So yeah, I know that that's not important to anybody else but me, but like that's why y'all watch these videos, because like my brain goes places that other people's brains don't go. So yeah, how did all y'all get here? Like what was y'all here before the wizard pulled up? How old is the wizard? How long has the wizard been here? Are these questions ever answered? Is Amari the only person who thinks about this? Find out next time on Dragon Ball. Not just playing. But for real, I have so many questions now that the Emerald City and like all of this like world building stuff has just been like dropped at our feet. I just like I hope it all gets answered. I don't know that any of it will get answered, but probably stuff with the wizard will get answered because like it's kind of important, right? But and we got like a bunch of lore dropped on us with like the old wisest people in the land who could also do like magic, like they all died off. But like, how can y'all new people do magic? Did y'all learn magic from the Grimoire? Did Oz teach Morrible magic, and the Morrible is teaching Elphaba and Glinda? No, that don't make sense, because Elphaba had magic since she was a baby. That's the whole reason not the whole reason, but one of the reasons her dad hates her. So like how does that work? What? That doesn't make sense. That whole lore is probably false, now that I think about it. Because how does Elphaba have magic unless she's related to the wizard? If we're again assuming that the wizard is magical, that's we're just going out on a stretch there, because like, he's not magical in all the other versions I didn't see. But let's assume he is magical, right? Because he could read the Grimoire. But all the people who were magical before him died off, right? So did it skip a couple generations and then like boom, Elphaba is now magical, right? But then also Glinda learns to be magical. So is there like some photocopies of like chapter 2 through 4 from the Grimoire that is Miss Morrible's like teaching guide for when she's teaching magic? Is that how Glinda learns magic? But then like, how can Miss Morrible read the Grimoire? Is it translated by the wizard for Miss Morrible to then be able to learn magic and then teach that magic to other people, right? Like how does this work, Mr. Wizard? Please explain. Y'all, what was y'all called? The Ozian players or whatever y'all name, the players ball, whatever y'all name was. I'm gonna need y'all to explain. Y'all got some explaining to do. How can anybody except the wizard? First off, why is he called the wizard if other people can do magic? That don't make sense. Wizard should not be a title if like people can, like that would be called, it's like if my name was Black Man. There are more black men that exist. I should not be designated black man if I'm not the only black man. I'm just saying. So if the wizard is not the only person who can do magic, why are you called the wizard? Let's start there. Okay, let's go all the way back to day one. But if other people can do magic, but other people can't read the Grimoire, how can they do magic? That don't make sense. If all the magical people died, if all the wisest people in the land died, and they left all their magic in the Grimoire, and you the only person who can read it, how these other people can do magic? That don't make sense. So, yeah, I'm skeptical. The more I talk, the more I'm like, that don't make sense. None of this makes sense. What's happening here? All this is fake. You lied. You lied. All this, you're a liar, okay?
You sit on a throne of lies.
Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's an ungodly hour right now where I am. When you seeing this, it will be like a normal traditional time. Because if I drop this video at the times when I finish them, nobody would watch them. People already don't watch them, but less people would watch them because nobody would be awake. So that's not how time zones work, but shut up. The point is that this was interesting. We got a bunch of world building, which given the way my brain works, just gave me a million more questions. I have more questions now than before any of this was presented to us, but that's good. It's engaging. I'm interested in this. I also think the architecture is really cool. I don't dislike green though, but I don't like it enough to like, you know, I do have like an obsessive thing with colors, which we won't get into right now, but like the Emerald City is very, very, very green. This is a very, very long outro, but I'm making a point here, so I'm gonna finish. But even though I don't like green nearly as enough to like live in the Emerald City or like to like find it all magical, I do really like the way that they designed the Emerald City. I think it's really cool. I think the creative details and the architecture and the textures of it, like none of it is crystal, but it's all very smooth, if that makes sense. And so anyway, thanks for watching. This has been a great video. By great, I mean absolutely insane. I really do appreciate you watching it though. I've had so many thoughts, especially due to like the end part, that end part with the wizard, the Emerald City and the lore and all that. I got questions, okay? I need somebody to come front and center. I got some questions, okay? But hopefully this was entertaining for you. Thank you so much for watching until this point. If you watched to this point in the video, you are clearly a psycho or just interested in watching psychotic people do long rants on random tidbits of cinematic information. So thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. Please make sure to leave a city emoji in the comments. Is there a city emoji? I feel like there's a city emoji. There are multiple city emojis. Dope. Definitely make sure to leave a city emoji in the comment section down below, or if you don't have access to emojis because like you're on your computer or something, definitely make sure to type city in the comment section down below so that I can thank you personally for watching to this point of the video. It also boosts the video on the algorithm, sends it out to more people so more people can see it, so I can make these videos more often. Everybody wins, and it's also free. It literally doesn't cost you anything except like half a second. It's like 5 picoseconds of your life. So please definitely make sure to leave an emoji down in the comment section down below if you've made it to this point in the video, so I can thank you personally for watching until this point. Yeah, that's everything. I got more thoughts. I actually have more questions, but I'm just gonna end the video here because this outro is so long. Sorry. Anyway, thanks for being here. You guys have a great day. I'll see you guys here on the channel next time.
Cytotoxin, given all its effects, it just can't be boxed in. It's so strong, I have to call it oxin. Feel it deep in your veins, like hemotoxin. Cytotoxin, myotoxin, it raises your hair, it's all over your skin. When music hits, it'll make your head spin. Feel it deep in your brain, like neurotoxin. I'm the Goliath, Leone on the scene. Feel the vibration, no stock of beans. Cut out the burrow, hit you with the turbo. Don't need a referral to know I'm mean. Why am I blue green? It's just a smoke screen. Helps inject cuisine like a new vaccine. You're shaking your denim when you feel this venom. Not talking black bile that comes from your spleen.